girl in the garden.
6 months on, and to many the events succeeding to seem like a bad dream.
Leslie Tiller was fucking murdered!
Hi, welcome to episode 56 of LTFM. It is February 2nd right now. I'm just like, honestly, I just been doing a bunch of other shit and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I need to record an episode for Tuesday. So, here we go. People with big eyes freak me out. So, like, I don't understand how some people like, I don't know. I guess it's like a weird way to say it, but I guess like why do their eyes stick out so much? And like not like people do that just have like big eyes. Like cool, great for you. Love that. But like people whose eyes like from the side profile like they're bulging out of their head. What is going on there? Like, do they have better peripheral vision than everybody else? Or is it just like they just have all that eye for nothing? Like, does it not do anything for them? Tell me. Do any of you have big bulging eyes? I don't think. I've really known any people that had crazy bulging eyes. Like I've been around people that have had them, but I don't know. I feel like I need to have like a friend that has that so that you could ask, cuz like that's kind of rude to like be like, "Look, I have a question. Can you see me if I stand right here?" And like start doing tests with them or something. I don't know. I kind of want to know, but that it's like, is that rude to ask? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it freaks me out. It's just like too much eye. Another thing about I guess other people that triggers me, and I'm just like curious as to why. But like people that have like big gaps in their front teeth, like a big ass gap, in the front two teeth. Why is it that people always like to put them for like campaigns and shit like that? Like, big ads for like makeup and stuff like that. Cause I don't know if it's just me, but like it kind of triggers me because I don't, I don't think that it looks nice. Like, they could be as pretty as ever, but like I just feel like it doesn't look good. Like it's not giving I want to buy that makeup. Anytime I see somebody with a big gap in their front two teeth, honestly, all I'm thinking is like for some reason that person smells like feet. I don't know what it is. I don't think I've ever encountered a person that had a gap in their teeth that smelled like feet. I don't know where that has come from, but that's just like in my head all the time and I don't understand. Also, if I sound like I'm kind of just like and oh, like just like I guess not all the way there cuz I'm not. I am here. I am just also doing my nails cuz uh there it goes. Cuz I have to do my nails for next week. I don't have to. I want to. Ooh, also, okay, so off of the topic of people with bulging eyes and gaps in their teeth, I got a new job. I don't remember if I told you guys that in the last one. I like look, I'm not listening to them. I'm not doing anything unless like I write down that I need to cut something. It is what it is, and I said what I said. Um, but I got a new job. I'm going to be making more money, working less hours. Um, I'm doing like the same stuff that I was doing where I go around and do some ABA therapy shit for some kids. It's going great. Last week was actually my first week, and it went really good. It's interesting. I will say that it's interesting, but I like the fact that I have a little bit more time for myself. Like, I have time in the middle of the day where I take like a nap, and I've just been vibing. It's been a nice little week. I did end up taking a fat ass nap today. That was great. I love a nap. I love a nap, but also I get scared with naps because sometimes I do get like upset when I wake up from naps. Like, I don't know, my emotions are just all over the place. But today I got my period, and I was like, that nap is gonna fucking slap. And the alarm kept going off, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna wake up. And I didn't. And I just kept sleeping. It was so good. But having this new job is nice. I also am not like around like a fuck ton of people. So it's good. Because I was like, honestly, the place that I was working at was okay for a while, right? Like, I was like, oh, I really like it. It's nice going here. It's not bad. And then there was like this new manager that had started, and she was like an absolute cunt. She came in and was like, everybody needs to start doing this. Everyone needs to do this. And it was like, it's shit like, oh, you guys need to go deep clean the bathrooms. And like, hold on, because I'm here to work with kids. I'm not here to clean bathrooms. Like, that's where she got me fucked up. And I was like, this is annoying me. Or she was like, you guys need to start scrubbing the walls with like Mr. Clean magic eraser things. And I was like, I'm not gonna scrub the walls. You guys have like janitors that come here. They were like, yeah, they only take out the trash. They don't even sweep. Like, what the fuck? Can you supply me with the janitor's business company name? Because I'd like to work for them. I'm trying to work. Trying to be a janitor, but like not do anything other than take a garbage out of the garbage can. Wouldn't that be awesome? You get paid a shit ton of money, and you're like, yeah, I don't do anything else though. How does that even happen? I don't know. But anyway. January was interesting. Like I had said in Sunday's episode, like, I wanted to take the month to like focus on myself, and then ended up getting sick and just being sick off and on. So that was fun. But I ended up going and doing like my last float session at that place that I was going to. And this time I had went and did a 2 hour session instead of just like the 1 hour. I just wanted something like a little bit longer because I felt like last time it felt like 5 minutes. Like, I needed more. It was so relaxing and I really enjoyed it. So I did a 2 hour session. That went pretty good. I will say, like, before I had gotten in, I was like, this time I'm not going to worry about, like, I guess, telling myself things like, oh, uh, what was it? Like, you're not the problem, this and that. Like, I just went in, and I was just more so focusing on just relaxing and just breathing and just being in the moment, and it felt so good. And I just started getting like all of these crazy ass ideas like just coming to me like one after another. And it was so good because I've been trying to come up with like a sticker idea for the podcast, and I like could not figure one out that I like. Like, everything that I've drawn, I like, but it was just so hard to figure out like, oh, just one that I want to make into a sticker first. Like, just like the first sticker, I want it to look like a certain way. Like, of course, I'll make like other stickers down the line and that, but I want one to be like the perfect first one. And I was floating in there, and it was probably like an hour and a half in because I wore my watch this time because I just couldn't believe that like that time went by so fast last time. It was crazy. But I had it on like do not disturb mode, and I just was getting these pictures just popping into my head, this, that, and then I was like, and then I started like panicking a little bit because I was like, fuck, I don't have anything to write this down with, but I just like kept thinking and I started remembering them more. And then I'd go and I'd try to remember all the details from the one that I thought of before this one and that, and it was just a good time. I did end up getting out. I think like at an hour hour and like 40 minutes because I had forgot to bring a towel in there, so I got out and like rinsed my face off a little bit and stuff because I had gotten some of the salt like um by my eyes and I didn't want that to like start burning me. But it was a good little session. It was nice. This time I didn't go and get coffee afterwards cuz I was just like, let me just go home, start getting ready cuz it was going to be Aaron's birthday was that Sunday. So I just wanted to take him out for dinner and stuff. So I wanted to go home and get ready. Um yeah, but I I do like the float tanks. I I wish that I could do one like twice a week. I feel like that would be really good. Twice a week for like hour and a half, 2 hours every time. Um but that's not possible. you know, it's just like it's an expensive kind of thing. I think that I paid 150 for 3 floats that were an hour long. But, just trying to be responsible with stuff, so that was a good experience, but probably like in a month or so, month or two, I'll get another set of them. I think that the next thing that I want to do is go to like a spa where they work on like your scalp, like where they go in, look at it, try to see what you need, and then give you like some like a little massage for your scalp, wash your hair, give you all the like the little serums and stuff that you need put on your scalp, because I feel like that would be good. Also, I want to be taken care of. I want somebody to do stuff for me. It's fun. Like I like doing my nails. I like doing my makeup. I like having my own skin days where I just do like, well, like every day I do like my skincare, but I like those days where I do like a face mask and this and that, where like I exfoliate, do all these extra like little steps, do my eyebrows, this and that. And I'd like somebody else to do that for me sometimes because I don't know, it just makes you feel like kind of special. Like, um, I want to go get a massage too. I've just been like thinking about things to do for myself, and it's nice. I'm excited for it. But anyway, let's get into this because since January ended, um, the last day that we had went bowling was, I think, the very, very last day of January. What is that? The 30th? Let me look. I don't remember how many days were in January. 31. There was 31 days in January, but me and Aaron went on the 29th together. Me and Vanessa went on the 30th together, but I sucked ass. So, my highest scores of the month out of the 3 games, we played 3 games on the 29th, were 153, 181, and 124. Look at those scores. That's fucking hot. Um, The next day, I did a 98, a 100, and a 117. And then we went yesterday, we went bowling, and I got a 131, a 116, and a 111. Um, when we went yesterday, it was the 1st of February, and it was fun. Like, of course, we go there and we always try to have fun. There was like a family next to us with like two little kids, which they were being respectful, being nice. Like, I, so like, I don't know if you know, like being respectful, like at a bowling alley, like, yeah, everyone's there going to have fun, but like, if someone's like up getting ready to bowl, like, you don't walk next to them, like, as they're bowling, like, you let them go and then you go kind of thing. Cause it could just throw somebody completely off, or like sometimes like some people's legs like will go like a little bit further out, like maybe they'll like kick their leg or something like that. um it's just like, be respectful of that, like don't be over there fucking around kind of thing. And there was like this family that had came, well, not one family, it was like maybe like 6 different families that had came there, and all the parents had got like the kids' names all set up for like the bowl, like for the lane that was next to us. And then they all just stood at the back tables with buckets of beer and just started drinking, and their kids were just all standing on the lane, like all standing right next to where like the ball return is. And they were all just there. Like, one girl would throw the ball, and then like another girl would like walk up to her and hand her a ball to immediately throw down the lane, and then like so on and so on. And it was like throwing Aaron off, and I felt bad because like every time he went to go throw, like there was girls like stepping over into our lane, and they were like maybe 5, 6, 7 years old, like little kids, and no one was paying attention to them. And they were like dropping balls, like, and it was just a fucking wreck. And they were like jumping around, stepping on the lane, and it was craziness. Like, it was just sad because I could tell that it was like bothering Aaron, because like it was fucking up his score. Because usually has to stand like really far left, and then he walks up and does his whole thing and then throws it. Because he bowls with 2 hands, so it's like just different. Like, you'd have to see it to understand. But like, no one was saying anything to the fucking kids, and like, all I could say was like, look, I'm sorry. I know it's not your fault, but like, it's frustrating because we've been practicing like all month, and like, you want to go there and you paid for like your lane. So I just kind of want to be able to like bowl, and I know I'm not a professional, but still, it's like, pay attention to your kids. Like, if we go there again and there's like a big group of people and like they're not paying attention to their kids, it's like, we're gonna have to say something to the front desk, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's annoying. I don't know if you go bowling, but if you do, you understand. Like, get the fuck off the lane. Like, just take turns, because some people are there to practice and other people are there just to have fun, but like, just be respectful of people. um but anyway, I've been really enjoying bowling. I'm not as like consistent as I want to be, but I'm doing pretty good. Out of the entire month of January, I got one, two. I only did 2 games, I think. Well, not including the first couple of games. That was like, what? The first 3 games using my new ball, I was getting like 25s and 60 and 40 and shit like that. But um starting from like the 15th on, I've only had like 2 games under 100, which I think is pretty good. It's it's just been fun. It's nice. It's nice to go there and I'm like challenging myself. Um it's nice. I enjoy bowling. um but anyway, let's get into what I wanted to get into. Well, not really. I got another topic to talk to you about. Um what is that? I have been watching this show on Max called Unexpected, and it is about, what is that? Like a bunch of teen girls and their boyfriends and stuff getting pregnant and having to like go through all like the struggles and stuff. And it's been so interesting. Like, it's crazy because it's almost like Teen Mom. You remember, like, I don't know if you guys watched that, but that was like on MTV like a long ass time ago. But Teen Mom was pretty much like teenagers that like get pregnant and then they record like their whole life, and well, like the whole process up until like giving birth, and everything's just a fucking wreck because they're like 15 years old. Ugh, but it's been so good. It's just like the craziest things have been happening in there. There was one chick, and she's only 15 years old, and she's like, I've been having sex since I was 14 and I'm pregnant. And it was like, bro, could you imagine? Like, I could not imagine me at 15 getting pregnant. And right now, what, my kid would be 15 or 14 years old right now? Holy shit. All of the things that I've got done, like all the concerts that I've gone to, I probably would have never gone to any of that stuff. The thing with me is that, like, okay, everybody has sex whenever they have sex, right? Great for you. But, like, why would you do it and be reckless and just not have any protection? Like, I don't care at all. Like, I don't care if it's like, oh, it doesn't feel good for me, or like I can't wear condoms or something. Then it'd be like, well, then we can't have sex. It just blows my fucking mind that like chicks are just out there like living recklessly with their pussy. Like, you're nuts. Like, that's crazy to me. Get on birth control. Or like, if you're not, like, we're not having sex, do something else. Do something else, because that's crazy. Like, there have been times in the past, a while ago, where it was like, oh, we're gonna do something, me and someone, and then like they went to go put a condom on and it like ripped or something immediately, and it was like, oh, okay, well, that's the only one you have. Guess we're not doing anything. And then it's like, well, let's go for a walk or something. Like, because I'm not an idiot. Like, yeah, of course I want to do shit, but like, I also don't want to get pregnant. I don't know. Chicks are just fucking crazy sometimes, because I'm not having a fucking kid. 15? That's nuts. And then, like, when those chicks get all pissed off because they're like, oh, he's working now, right? He's working, he's in high school still. And then they're like, anytime he comes home, he doesn't even want to help. He's just all tired and he just wants to sleep. He doesn't want to help clean up the house. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't love me. And it's like, bro, he's out there working all day after going to school. Like, what the fuck? And then you're just like laying at the house. There was like this one chick in there too that was like, after they had the baby, she had told her boyfriend, she's like, well, I had this baby inside of me for 9 months, and I had this and this happen, and I had to go through like the childbirth, so um you're gonna have to take care of him. Like, you're gonna have to change all the diapers now because I've done my part. And it was like, that shit bothers me. Like, when people have babies and then like they start getting into arguments over like who's gonna change the most diapers and this and that. It's like, why don't you just be an adult and just change the fucking diaper? If you're holding the kid and you notice that they just went to the bathroom or that they're smelly, just change their diaper. Don't come find me and I'm upstairs doing something because you're just like, oh, well, I changed the diaper he peed 2 hours ago, and now it's your turn to change this diaper. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's such a childish thing to do, but I guess that's what they are. They're teenagers. It's just crazy to me because, like, people end up, that happens with adults too. People end up having babies and they're just like, well, it's not my turn to do this. Look, I'm not trying to argue about it. Let's just take care of this kid, okay? Let's I don't have the patience for just arguing over stupid shit. Like, I don't want to have to deal with a kid that has a rash on their butts now. Just change the diaper. It's been such an interesting show though. And I've been binge watching it for hours. I went through 6 whole seasons, right? And today I was like, I'm sitting there. Aaron's like, I'm going to take a nap. And I was like, okay, I'm going to finish this episode and then I'll figure out what I want to do after, right? And then I was like, I think I'm going to take a nap with him. So I jumped in the bed after the episode was over. And then when I got up, I was like, what the fuck? I went to go watch another episode, found out that I just watched the last one earlier. Didn't even know. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know if there's more episodes coming out, but I think that there is because we haven't gotten to the tell-all episodes at the end. The tell-all episodes are so good because, like, everybody just gets together and then they start talking, and then sometimes people start arguing, and I like it when people argue. There was this one teen in there, and he was such an asshole. He calls himself the Raw Dog Champion. And so this dude was fucking crazy. Like, he was very controlling over his girlfriend and pretty much was like, look, I don't want you to do I don't want you to have any kind of medicine because it's going to go right to the baby. So I want her to have you know, just a natural birth. So they both decided, okay, yeah, we'll get a natural birth. They get a doula and everything. And they decided that they were going to do like a water birth. She starts going through contractions. They go over to like the place where like the doula is and everything. And she's been in labor for like 8 hours. And once they get there, she's like, can I get in the tank? I want to get in the tank. I want to start pushing. Like, they were like, well, you can get in the tank, but don't push. And they were basically like, look, we need to check your cervix just so that we can make sure like that you're dilated enough so we can start having you push. And then she asked her boyfriend, she's like, can they check? And he's like, no. So he didn't want them to check. So they were like, well, we really don't know how far she's dilated, so we can't tell her to start pushing until we know. And he's like, she's just gonna know, like, it's gonna just be time, like, and she's just gonna push. What an asshole. So she ends up being in that float tank for so long, and they're like, look, we have to check your heart rate, this and that. I think her blood pressure or something was up. Her blood pressure or her heart rate, something like that. They were like, it's so high right now that we're worried about her and we recommend that you go to the hospital. There's nothing else that we can do. And he was fucking pissed off because they were like, well, she hasn't eaten anything in over like 24 hours or some shit. And he's like, yeah, I haven't eaten anything either and I'm tired. And they were like, okay, well, we need to give her fluids. We need to give her an IV. And then he's like, no, there's drugs in that. And they're like, there's not drugs. It's just fluids. And he's like, you're not going to be giving her drugs. I'm not getting her hooked up to the IV. So he was like pissed off. And then they made them leave. And then he had to take her to the hospital. When they got to the hospital, pretty much she was like in so much pain, and he's like, you're not getting any IVs, whatever. He was like complaining, right? So then she's like in labor now. I think it was for like 48 hours. She was in labor for so long, and the doctors were like offering her an epidural, and she's like, I can't take it anymore, I want to get the epidural. And he's like calling her like names. He's like, you're fucking stupid. Okay. And then like she decided like, yeah, she's gonna get it, right? And he's like, okay, drug addict, fucking drug addict, you're stupid, like you're such a drug addict. And he's like getting pissed off. And basically, like, the doctors were like, sweetheart, he's not here to be a support. Like, he needs to start calming down and being nice to you, or we're gonna make him leave. And she's like, no, don't make him leave. And basically, they ended up kicking him out because he was being fucking crazy. And he kept calling her a drug addict, trying to make her feel bad because he's like, well, I know that there's fentanyl in there. Once she does that epidural, she's gonna be addicted for life and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I've seen parents that do drugs and it doesn't go well. And it was like, bro, she's not over here doing lines of coke. She's getting an epidural because she's in a lot of pain. And, like, what the fuck? So they kicked him out. And then he's calling her on the phone and screaming and, like, doing all this crazy shit. And he's, like, just calling her names, like, just being fucking nuts. And it was like, wow. And he's like, after the baby was born, everything was fine with the baby and this and that, but he's just like such an asshole. Like, he just like controls her. She can't see her family, this and that. Like, she doesn't talk. Like, whenever they ask her a question, like, he's like, oh, well, she says she thinks this and she feels like this. Like, he's just such a controlling piece of shit. And I was like, wow. It was so crazy to watch. Like, I was just like, I was getting so pissed off watching this show, but I was like, I can't stop watching it. It's so good. Wow. So if you guys want a good show to watch, some drama, go watch Unexpected. It's really, really good. Um, love that. It's on Max. I think that it's like on TLC or some shit, but that was such a good show. Like, yeah. Honestly, I don't know. But anyway, look, I'm not even going to get into anything else. That's just what I've been up to. That's what I've been doing. I don't know. I just had some random like little topics I wanted to talk about, and then like that pregnancy show was just crazy. But thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.